Alright folks, it's Ben Snowball and Dan Corell, and we're here for another edition of World Cup Today. And we probably need to address the elephant in the room, and Dan, that is your glorious waistcoat.
Dan? Gareth, mate. Sir Gareth.
Yeah, that was a bit awkward. But we're going to try and do something slightly different on the show. Of course, we need to predict the first semi-final between Belgium and France. But then we want to look at which England players are going to earn big money moves.
There's a lot of them. So the England players and staff will take a brief break from playing darts and generally milling around and having fun with journalists to watch the big first semi-final between Belgium and France. It's going to be a cracker.
It's going to be a cracker. I mean, ultimately they're playing for who loses to England in the final.
Yep.
I see this win going Belgium's way. I think they're going to win this 3-0. I think France have, as I've said before, the best team, but their coach is appalling. They've got so much talent on the pitch, and yet they seem content playing for 1-0 wins, and that's not going to work against an exciting, vibrant Belgian side under one of the most underrated managers in football history, Roberto Martinez.
I think it will be 2-1 France. Big Olivier Giroud, Ben, has not had a single shot on target so far in this tournament.
Opposite Dan.
Quite astonishing. Absolutely ridiculous, and yet not at all surprising if you know Olivier Giroud from the Premier League. So I think he's going to bag a cheeky brace, and Eden Hazard's goal won't be enough for Belgium.
Yeah, I mean, solid use of your stats there to make a completely different argument.
Exactly. Yeah, that's how I roll. And Ben, when he bags his cheeky brace, this will be the reaction of Olivier Giroud's dad. Right, Ben, let's indulge ourselves slightly and look ahead to after the World Cup. It will be silly season in the transfer window again, and we've got some astonishing rumours / definitely going to happens for you, haven't we?
/ definitely made up just 5 minutes before this show.
Harry Maguire is going to United. It's a fact. It's going to happen. And, Ben, he's going to be even more expensive than Virgil van Dijk.
That's correct. The Liverpool signing was £75 million, but throw in the fact that Harry Maguire is, what, 7 days away from winning the World Cup?
And has a concrete head.
Yeah, exactly. That value's obviously going to rocket. We're saying about 80 million for this one. Eurosport sources, 80 million.
He's basically a Beckenbauer with Shearer's ability in the air.
Absolutely, and you've got to remember United have a history of strong English centre-backs.
And ridiculously overpaying.
Exactly, you started with Steve Bruce, you moved on to Rio Ferdinand, and now they're stuck with Jones and Smalling. No, Harry Maguire is going to be the man to take them back to the top of European football. So obviously, Dan, an £80 million world record signing of a defender. That's obviously going to cause carnage in the United dressing room. He's going to march in and take Paul Pogba's number 6 jersey as well, I reckon. Yeah, United are just going to have to say, Paul, sorry, but we think we're going to sell more Maguires than Pogba's. Absolutely.
And they're right. They're right.
Pogba's going to lose in the World Cup final, maybe the World Cup semi-final. Maguire's going to win the thing.
Who isn't buying a Maguire United top? I support Ipswich. I'm going for one. Right, Ben, another one that sounds ridiculous, but it's definitely going to happen is Pickford to Bayern Munich. It's 100% nailed on. Bayern clearly needs a new keeper after Neuer's shambolic display at the World Cup, and Pickford is the man to put things right.
He is the man, because when Neuer came out of goal as they were chasing a late equaliser against South Korea, and he embarrassed himself because, of course, Heung-min Son scored. I mean, that was the moment that it ended for Manuel Neuer. His year was 2014. 2018 is the year of Jordan Pickford.
Yeah, when Pickford signed for Everton, it was a British record, and still is. 30 million, Ben. It's going to be well in excess of that.
You're right, Dan. It's going to be another British record. £60 million we're hearing. Of course, that figure can rise with another penalty shootout win.
Galactico. England have a Galactico, Ben.
Jesse Lingard. Real Madrid are they're famous for signing wishy-washy attacking midfielders that they don't need. And Jesse Lingard fits the brief perfectly. He'll sell loads of shirts for his celebrations.
He's a marketing man's dream, which is perfect for Florentino Perez. And United don't need him because they've got Maguire. So everyone's happy.
Everyone is happy. We looked at 80 million. Cristiano Ronaldo joined Real Madrid from United, but that was ages ago. Yeah. Surely we're looking at an inflated fee here.
We're looking at a solid 9 figs for Jay Lins, aren't we?
I reckon so, yeah.
Yeah, easily 100 mil for him, and you know they'll sell the shirts to make it worth it, I'm sure.
Yeah, they'll make that money back in a week.
Easy. Now, it won't only be the players, Ben, who are going to make monster moves in the summer. Gareth Southgate will realise that things will never get as good as this. That for England, this is a freak tournament, an easy draw, and he has just nailed it. He won't be able to replicate. He knows this. He's an intelligent man, so he's going to leave.
I mean, my first thought was just retire, but actually he's quite a young man, or
Yeah.
he looks quite young anyway. So what's he going to do with his time? I think manage Manchester United.
Yeah.
Like, he's brought football back to England, and now he's going to bring it back to United. Football's coming home to Old Trafford.
Old Trafford will be singing Atomic Kitten for the next 10 years. Gareth Southgate is going to begin a new dynasty at Old Trafford.
Southgate, you're the one. You still turn me on. Football's coming home again.
So I think United fans have been so fed up with the Mourinho way. It's defensive, it's boring, and last season it didn't produce any trophies. And they see what Southgate's doing. He's actually got a team of no-hopers playing quite good football. And that's pretty much sums up United.
Yeah, he's going to inject some much needed life into things at Old Trafford. He's going to wear a nice waistcoat, as you can see, and he's generally going to be a nice guy. Everything Mourinho isn't.
So Dan, it's time to end your stint as Gareth Southgate's doppelganger.
Yeah, I'm really hot here, Ben.
Yeah, so it's goodbye from us. But just before we go, a quick preview of tomorrow night's show.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a bumper show, and it's going to be England versus Croatia. Everything you need to know ahead of that huge second semi-final.
Come on, the boys.
Come on.